All right, welcome back to the weekly Lace Up. Happy Valentine's Day. We got a lot going on this weekend. It's NBA All-Star Weekend, obviously Valentine's Day today, and then the Daytona 500 on Sunday. And before you say that's not sneaker-related news, Michael Jordan owns a team, so we're going to count that one. We'll talk some releases. We'll talk some news. We'll switch over to a quick Valentine's Day shoe and tell. I got a couple of pink shoes laid out for you guys to talk about. And then we'll kind of wrap things up. So let's jump right into some releases, see what we have going on, see what's coming out this week. It's the 14th today, so we'll skip through these. Tried for the Kobe's yesterday, no luck. That's all right. All right. Couple of the basketball kicks, the Mellows. He had a couple pairs releasing. The Black Label pack, we talked about those last week. Those were releasing kind of in a variety of locations. The KD scoring title, that's probably still on sneakers. That dropped on sneakers this morning. I bet it's still, says sold out. What else? The Nocta, the Drake Air Force Ones. Where's the Kendricks? The Anthony Edwards Champagne, we touched on those last week as well. The Bricks and Wood New Balance. I said it last week. I don't generally go after New Balance. What is this? New Balance 1000. I don't generally go after them, but this pair looks really nice. Dropped today, and they actually had a really cool story with them. I guess really cool video with them, rather, that I wanted to quickly pull up. I think they have it here. Yeah. All right. I thought this was a really
Still,
How you feeling, nephew? Good to see you.
Man, I can't call it, man. Still trying to figure this whole hoop thing out.
You gonna figure it all out.
That's right.
You know?
Amen to that.
Thank you.
Y'all hungry?
Yeah, thank you. I see you've been working on your game, but you gotta think about it differently.
What you mean by that?
It's not about the game. It's about what's in your mind. Kinda like you're playing against yourself. You might get injured. You might turn the ball over. You might miss a shot. Whether you get up or not, the game is gonna keep going and the ball will keep bouncing. Now remember, whatever you put into it, you'll always get it in return. Have faith. The ball's gonna come back. The game gave me back everything I ever asked for. That's why the bounce for me is a little different.
How's it look to you now?
That was a very well done video. Bravo, Bricks and Wood, New Balance. Promotional work on that was fantastic. New Curry coming out. Just lots of basketball. Basketball week. We said this last week too, but just what's NBA All-Star, so there's going to be a lot of that. Some classic dunks. Made in Japan. The Monsters Inc. Those are really fun. That's wild. That's a wild pair. A6. The Galaxy Foams. Those are going to be a big one. We're all going to be after those. That's a great throwback. Air Max Volcano, that's actually pretty cool looking. Not a pair I'll be after, but the materials are pretty fun on that pair. All right, what else? Through February. Field General. This is a Valentine's Day pair. It says, oh yeah, some hearts. Couple hearts on there. All right. We'll allow it. Moving on to early March. What else we have there? The Michigan Dunks are back. I can't believe they're doing these again. What was the last pair? 2020 that they released these? I think it looks exactly the same. I gave my pair to my cousin on his wedding day. He's a big old Michigan fan. Maybe I'll snag another pair. Moving on. The Fortnite pack from Adidas. Those will be popular with the youths. What are the youths wearing these days? So yeah, now we're into April. I don't think we need to keep going quite that far. Wanted to dive into a few things. So first off, obviously Super Bowl was last weekend. Wanted to kind of do a quick touch on that. And first off, talk some cleats. So there's two cleats that stood out. There was Jalen Hurts cleats and Travis Kelce's cleats. So I'm going to pull them both up and see which one you guys like better. They were the band cleats. Here's a better one. Where'd that just go? Back to sneaker news we go. So Jalen Hurts had the band. He wore these for the pregame warmups. This was kind of, with the band shoes that released today. Another pair I didn't touch on, but those kind of were released in small quantities and extremely tough for the average person to get their hands on. So we'll kind of skip over those for now. But this was Jalen Hurts' pair. He wore these in the pregame for the Super Bowl. Super dope. I mean, it's Jordan Brand just went all out with the marketing for this pair. And then Travis Kelce wore almost like a super Travis Kelce wore some 11s. Here we go. He had some Kansas City Chiefs 11s in both red and obviously that yellow with gold bottoms on the yellows, and then it looks like red bottoms on the reds. And then both have 87 here on the back, which is super cool in place of the typical 23. So yeah, what do you think? Jalen Hurts with the unbanned, it says unbannable on the back, so that's why I call him that. Jalen Hurts, banned Jordan 1s, or Travis Kelce with the Jordan 11s? I hate to admit it, but I think I'm going to have to lean the Travis Kelce, the 11s. I think they're both great, super good. I love the gold accents. And Jordan 11s, who was it? A few years back, it was Alshon Jeffrey Jordan 11P. Alshon Jeffrey, spelled his name wrong, had the Philly green P a few years back for the Eagles. Let's see if I can find a better pic of that. I know there's some cool pictures. But yeah, it was Philly green, and then I had his number 11 on the back tab. I know I can find it. Fat Joe in a pair. Here we go. Dope pair, anyway. So let me know in the comments, what did you like better? Jalen Hurts Jordans or Travis Kelce's Jordans? I lean Travis Kelce. If I have to pick between the two 11s, I'm easily picking the Eagles Alshon Jeffrey pair, that green. It's great. On with the Super Bowl theme, we had Kendrick Lamar performing. Kendrick Lamar pulled up. Whoops. Kendrick Lamar performed in the Nike DT Max 96. I'm spelling everybody's name wrong. I apologize. Super Bowl shoes. So there. Oof, bad picture. We'll pull that up. Back on GQ. So yeah, Kendrick performed in the Dion's legendary football sneaker to the Super Bowl. It was kind of cool. As soon as I saw those come out, you know, obviously an honor to Deion Sanders, coach of the Colorado Buffs. There's a lot of talk of him coming to the NFL this year, but it sounds like he's going to be staying in Colorado. But yeah, immediately when he came on, my wife immediately said, "What are those? What are those?" And you know, I don't want to brag, but I do. So another cool pair. To keep on theme with the Super Bowl, Serena was also there. Serena Williams, whoops. She was there in a pair of A Ma Maniére, Converse. This was pretty cool. She was crip walking. Out here crip walking in these joints. See if I can find a good picture of them. There you go. Go back. Pull up some images. All right. So, Serena, she's got the A Ma Maniére upcoming Converse. And people on the internet were saying, because the original pair is like a cream or white, people were actually claiming this pair is custom dyed. I wonder if it's a dye job, because the tongue's still white, or if it's just a custom Serena pair, which, with it being Serena, would make a lot of sense. These are pretty cool. Zoom in on them a little. They've got it's the Converse, the classic Converse with the Nike swoosh on the outside on both sides. I know there was a lot of people that were upset about this because a lot of customizers online had kind of done this for years and years. And we're kind of thinking that this was a stolen idea, but super cool nonetheless to see Serena wearing these in the Super Bowl. Excited to see these come out. Definitely will try for a pair. We got Kendrick, we got Serena, Jalen, Travis Kelce. What else happened at the Super Bowl? The Nike So Win commercial. That was a pretty cool one. Nike So Win. Let's pull that up. See if we can find that. Nike had a pretty cool commercial celebrating the female athlete. Let's see if I can pull that up. Nike So Win video.
You can't be demanding. You can't be relentless. You can't put yourself first. So, put yourself first. You can't be confident. So be confident. You can't challenge. So challenge. You can't dominate. So dominate. You can't flex. So flex. You can't fill a stadium. So fill that stadium. You can't be emotional. So be emotional. You can't take credit. You can't speak up. You can't be so ambitious. You can't break records. You can't have any fun. You can't make demands. You can't keep score. You can't stand out. Whatever you do, you can't win. So win.
Awesome. That was an awesome commercial. I think that was a favorite. I'm a Nike fan, so that was a favorite of mine from the Super Bowl. One last thing, and then I'll move on from the Super Bowl. Back to Kendrick's shoes. I saw this floating around Instagram on a page called Just Do Hockey, which might as well give them a follow while I'm here. They had a custom of the DTs, which I thought was super cool. Just some hockey skates. These guys do awesome work. I think the artist was named Phantom Owner 27, curated by hockey designer Phantom Owner 27. I don't know if he was the designer, if he's just curating this page, but regardless, these were super awesome.
Sickest skates I've ever seen in person in my hands right now. This Nike prototype. What are these, like the Penny Hardaways? Like, what year is this? 97? Unbelievable. Typo, I'm so jealous. CJ, unbelievable work.
Well, it's okay. He's a hockey guy.
I need a pair. I'm not.
CJ, hook this guy up, CJ.
I'm not saying hook me up, but I'm saying hook me up, please.
CJ, hook me up. Serious note. CJ, whoever this artist is,
It's something that I've never seen.
excellent work. While we're on the subject, they did an air mag, an actual ice hockey skate. These are incredible. So yeah, just a quick side note, quick hockey skate, rather, side note. Those were fun. We did the bricks and wood. What else? It's All-Star Weekend. We talked about all those. There's, obviously a ton of basketball sneakers coming out this weekend. Valentine's Day, honestly, I thought it was kind of a slow year for Valentine's Day kicks. I'm usually a sucker for like the holiday kicks. There's a few, but nothing crazy, nothing that really stood out like we've had in years past. So that was kind of a bummer, but that's all right. And then we'll hop back over to Instagram. Actually, that's exactly what I wanted. David Bluetile showed off a sneak peek. David from Bluetile Skate showed off a sneak peek of the upcoming Jordan 4, the SB Jordan 4 Midnight Navy. He showed off some pictures of those. Apparently those are coming sooner than later. I was not able to get my hand on the green pair, so certainly will be after these. Probably will also miss them, but that's all right. We'll still try. He shared a few photos. There was actually a little special packaging. We'll talk about that more in a second. Not a special packaging, but a special item, rather. Here it is. Some dice in the actual Nike sale SB shoebox. And those, we learned, a golf ball. But the dice, we learned, were actually made by MoonDust, which he said was his first collaboration project with Nike SB, which... about time, well-deserved. MoonDust is the man. Everything he puts out is fantastic. So props to him. Props to Nike for finally realizing, they have such an incredible artist who's willing to put in the work for them. Some Nike SB golf balls for the golf heads out there. These are awesome. Definitely would like to get a sleeve of these. So yeah, shout out David from Bluetile, shout out MoonDust. And with that, we'll kind of just jump into some regular sneaker news, see what we have, see what we can come up with, see what people are talking about. Charles Barkley's making a comeback with his shoes. Definitely not making a comeback to the basketball court anytime soon. But his shoes are coming back. They've been doing this a lot, bringing back these old basketball shoes. I think they're doing well. So these are fun, little black and purple. Classic 90s commercial. You got time.
Do what I would like nice out.
They should have redone this with modern Charles Barkley and modern Godzilla.
Try. Give me the
They'll make Shaq Godzilla.
Lakers are looking for a big man.
Yeah. There it is. The Shaq. The Lakers are looking for a big man. Those are fun. Here's some better looks at them. Not a pair I'll be after, but the OG basketball heads will be after those. Those are super cool. Shea has his shoe. Shea, I don't know if it's Shea or Shy. I think it's Shea. I totally could be wrong. He's got his first signature sneaker with Converse, which I've heard people comparing these to the Anthony Edwards 1. I don't think I'm personally seeing it. Decent looking shoe. Be curious to see additional colorways. This is kind of a wheat colorway or maybe a mustard. Sorry, that was horrible. That was horrible. Anyway, those are fun. Curious to see where he comes. He's a pretty creative guy, so he'll definitely have a poem or something about these coming out soon. Here's his logo. Excuse me. The mirrored 2 represents both the playing number and the dual presence on and off the court. Pretty cool, honestly. Kind of looks like a 7, though. 2, 7. 27. Best sneakers dropping during All-Star. We've kind of covered a few of these, but let's see. Let's see how they rank them. The Kobe's, I don't know if this is their number 1. They don't have a number 1 next to it. Kobe's are great. The Angel Reese Reeboks. The Breads. Classic 85 shape. Black Toe reimagined with the weird Air Jordan branding. The Ant Champagnes. The Bricks and Woods. KD scoring title. A Kyrie. The Book One, Forrest Gump. We did a video about these already. That's a great pair. Dame's got his own custom superstar in collaboration with Shoe Palace. Some classic Kobe's. So yeah, we've kind of covered all those. JoJo Siwa with her custom collab. We're not even going to click on that one. JoJo Siwa. Some Skechers. Puma. TMNT. TMNT, I'll tell you what. They're doing a collaboration with everyone right now. They had the Adidas one last year, which was really cool, and then they're doing a bunch of different Puma collabs. It seems like that's kind of where they're staying with the Mellows, as well as these. But these are cool. Another cool pair. I mean, all the themes and things that you can pull in with TMNT are always fun. They should have done, remember like in the 90s when you could change out the color of like the logos on certain shoes? You would slip, they'd slip the colors in. Dogs, thank you. You'd slip the colors in and you could change the color of it. That would be cool if they did something like that. I don't know why they don't do that anymore, but to kind of change with whatever turtle you'd want. All right. Anything else? Some new Steph Currys. They like JoJo Siwa today. Some Jordan 4s. This is the RMs though, yeah? These look good. They're dropping a lot of great colors on these RMs. They're digging out all the stops in the Jordan 4 RMs. I once again have not tried a pair yet, but will be eventually. I'll find a pair on like discount or something. I'll check them out. Jordan 4, we looked at that already. All right, let's see. We'll switch over to some generalized Nike news, see what Nike's got going on. We talked stock last week, marketing week. Nike's turnaround has begun, but will take a long time. let Nike be Nike again. So yeah, hopefully the new CEO. I did see clips of this actually. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Is this a return to Nike's roots?
No question. I think every company has a core of what makes them great, and I think sport is the core of what we're about. We're about human potential.
If I remember correctly, Elliot, Mr. Hill here, started off as, I believe, an intern with Nike and kind of worked his way up from the very early days in Nike.
And performance, Nike's back.
Since starting as an intern in apparel sales in 1988, Elliot Hill has spent his entire career climbing Nike's ranks. He has spearheaded some of the company's biggest sportswear launches and led headline-grabbing marketing campaigns.
So don't ask if your dreams are crazy. Ask if they're crazy enough.
Now, more than 30 years later, all eyes are on him as he steps into the company's most prominent job, CEO.
It almost feels surreal, like, hey, did this just happen?
But Hill has taken the reins at a time when Nike is grappling with declining sales and a falling stock price.
How do you think
He talks about kind of bringing Nike back down to earth, keeping himself kind of level on the ground, talking about using the gymnasium, the gyms on Nike campus. He says he kind of goes around and rotates throughout the separate gyms, see new people, see new scenes, kind of touches on like getting his own coffee, you know, just to keep himself grounded. A lot of cool things. Great video. Would highly recommend watching that. It's 14 minutes, so I won't drag it on for too long, but that video was great. I would highly recommend watching that with the new CEO of Nike. Nike fan, you know, I hope to see good things. Saw these flying around social media couple days back, the Apron Records. I'm not familiar with Apron Records, but these are cool. I'm a sucker for green. If you watch my top 10 video this year, you know I'm a sucker for green. I think 75% of my top 10 list this year was just green shoes. Super cool little razor blade with their Apron logo on it, Air Max 180 logo. Super shocked that Nike allowed this, honestly, the razor blade, but you know, back to its roots. That was the whole video. The new CEO, he's letting Nike be Nike. These are cool. Don't generally chase Air Max 180s, but we'll see. Maybe we'll check them out. They call it teal. I guess I could see why they say that. It looks green though. Maybe it's like a Eagles, Philly green. Another good pair. Another fun story behind that. Some sales. We love sales. That was actually another thing the CEO talked about was less sales, which stinks for you and I, but maybe it will help them improve quality and continue to put out better things and just put out shoes that they hope can go on sale, you know, a month later at a discount. Jaylen Brown, there's a lot of talk about Jaylen Brown and his kind of shoe politics with Nike. I like Jaylen. It's unfortunate to see kind of all this happening between the two of them. Essentially, he kind of thinks he's being blackballed by Nike for the things that he's saying. I think sneaker industries, and I've said this before, have way too much control over the Basketball Foundation. He's kind of trying to put the decisions back into the players' hands and kind of make the players the ones, you know, who push the needle rather than the brands, which, you know, it's kind of cool. He's launching his own shoe, which, let's see, Jaylen Brown sneaker. Here it is, 741 Performance Shoe Brand, which are available for pre-order. I've been seeing these kind of make their rounds. He's been giving them away to various celebrities and people on the internet. But these are cool. Super interesting looking shoe. I think he's got, let's go to their website. I think he's got a collab with Oakley, which is kind of funny because that logo that they use is pretty similar to Oakley. but I think that they have a box that they released. They had a pair of Oakleys and then a pair of the shoes in it. I'm not seeing it. Let's go 741 Oakley. You know, I don't want somebody's house. If that's your house, I'm sorry. I'm not sending anyone there. Here we go. Jalen Brown announces his first ever brand deal with Oakley and hints at a future 741 Oakley collab line. So that's pretty cool. I think that was what a lot of people were saying, was that the logo on this 741 brand looks like Oakley. Looks like their logo looks really similar. So it'll be cool to see where he takes that. I wonder kind of what colorways he's going to have next of that shoe. Once again, super interesting shoe. Here's an interesting one. The Mars Yard is back. There was some drama here with old Tom, and some allegations in the workplace that weren't so great. I know that Nike had been previously working with Tom in the past, and they did pause everything after workplace misconduct surfaced in early 2023. The general purpose shoe was a massive hit. I've got the yellow pair somewhere over yonder. Great pair, but boy, oh boy, some drama behind it, that's for sure. What do you think? This a pair you're going to be going after? September 2025. Not a pair I personally need. Kind of some negative history. There's too many other fun releases coming out that I can pass on these and not bat an eye over. But if it's something you're into, I completely understand. Nike Shocks. Those were the thing back in the day. Some Nike Running. Nike Running's been doing a good push. They have to keep up with the other big brands doing a lot of big running events. All right, let's see what Jordan brand is up to. We'll switch gears a little bit. Michael B. Jordan. We like Michael B., but we don't, we're not interested in what he's doing today. Jordan, Michael Jordan's old mansion, the golf mule, more Jalen Hurts, more Super Bowl. The parade, I believe, was today. Was it yesterday or today? I think it was today. Jalen Hurts had the Love Hurts Jordan brand hoodie on. Heard a lot of talk, Jalen Hurts, it's a legacy make or break game for him leading into that Super Bowl. Seems things went well for him. He's kind of becoming the face of at least Jordan football right now. I don't know why I said football. Jordan football right now. Love Hurts. Added a special love park. That's really cool. Jumpman Branding is doing some really cool things right now. Be a really fun team to be a part of. Kind of just getting out there and activating sneakers for the community. It's good. It's good to see that back because, for a few years during the pandemic, the big brands didn't have to do that. They were able to just release a shoe. Didn't really have to have a good story. Didn't have to have good marketing behind it. And, I'm guilty. We're all guilty. We all ate it up and bought whatever we could get our hands on. But I think those days are kind of gone. So this might be the worst shoe we're going to talk about today. The official Jordan 4 Net. I hear a lot of hate for the RMs, but these are bad. These are horrendous. This is potentially the worst sneaker of 2025 right here. Handy. Nike SB Navy, we talked about that. We're not talking about the Country Jordan. Oh, this is one. The Union Air Jordans. Can't believe I forgot to talk about these. So we've all seen the pair that's actually releasing. What this pair has been releasing around that I'm hearing is a friends and family pair. Sure. Let's see if we can pull this up. Here we go. So this is the pair that's releasing, combining elements from Jordan's original Chicago and Shadow colorways. These are supposed to come out February 28th. I was not able to get my hands on the last few Union releases. They've actually had quite a bit, specifically of the Jordan 1s even. They did a few variations of the Jordan 1s. So yeah, we'll be curious. I think, what I say, the 28th on those, February 28th. Union and Jordan Brand, back to marketing. They're both doing some pretty big activation for this pair. This just a week ago. Union, like a news infographic. And then they launched a website. Whoops, I didn't copy that. Copy. They posted these all rapid fire last week. Yeah, and then they launched a website. It's just kind of urgent, a little memo coming soon. Nothing's clickable, nothing. I can select a few things. I can open that, but nothing happens when I click on it. I can open that, but nothing happens when I click on it. So, be curious to see what they do. I'm sure they'll do a drop before that February 28th. But yeah, like I said, back to the friends and family pair. Blending elements of the UNC and Royal Jordan 1. Friends and family pair. I don't know. I think I like the regular release, honestly, on this pair better. Just the top two Jordan 1 releases of all times, I would have to say. Yeah. Union always does it great. They always do good apparel. Always, like I said, do good branding, good marketing. Excited to kind of see more of that. I saw these, a Joker colorway of the Jordan 3. These remind me of 2005, not 2025. Super funny. Can't wait to see this pair at the outlet. It's a grade school pair, so maybe not. Maybe I'm being harsh. Let me take a step back and say I'm being harsh. This is a grade school pair. It's for the kids. Chill out, Ian. It's for the kids. It's not for you. It's for the kids. They're fun. Anything else? Some Michael B. Jordan news again. All right, I think that's kind of it for the Jordan side of things. We'll keep scrolling a little bit, see if I see anything else. All right, on to some Adidas news. We'll see what Adidas has going on. Nike and Adidas rivalry heats up with competing advertising. Here's who the experts said came on top. Who came out on top? Who did it? Could have absolutely run the Adidas spot and put Nike to the end of it. We saw the So win earlier. You got this. Well, now we kind of have to watch the Ant video. Adidas, you got this video. Let's pull this up and see what this is.
Okay, hold on. It's only rivalry.
Can Anthony Edwards live up to the hype?
It's only noise. It's only hard work. It's only a game. A block, a serve. It's only a number. It's only breaking the laws of gravity. It's only getting back up and up and up. It's only a jump.
That was another cool commercial. Honestly, kind of a similar feel to the Nike commercial. They kind of took the global... They took the global kind of side of things with all their global athletes, whereas Nike kind of kept it in-house with all their American athletes. Both kind of had a similar use. I really like the way they use the black and white transitioning into the color on that. And then I like the way that they use the audio as well, kind of transitioning for separate moods in the video. Well done, Adidas. That was a great video. What else has Adidas got going on? Brain Dead? I'm not sure what Brain Dead is, but these materials look bizarre. Those are neat. Look at that on the toe. Yikes. The Cookie Monster ones. Lionel Messi with his own, what? Colorway? Or is it his own shoe? Damn. $15,000 fine. That's going to hurt Adidas, man. That's a big fine for them. Nothing too crazy. The Adidas Fear of God collection. We're hearing a lot about that. These look decent. Ash and Pearl and Ash Silver. There's a couple colorways. Not a pair I need, but you know, I've stated I'm not a big basketball guy, so nobody even wants to see me shoot a basketball. New Balance. I think their big push right now is that Brick and Wood campaign, which we already gave them props for earlier. That was great. Baseball's biggest name. You know, speaking of New Balance, Cameron Brink, Frank talks Nike. Cameron Brink. I wasn't allowed to wear any other brands. Cameron Brink explains why signing with New Balance despite her father's ties with Nike. And in fact, I read this, and both her mother and father worked for Nike. Really didn't have an issue knowing what New Balance stands for and what they do. Didn't have an issue being like, I'm going to go a different direction. When you're a Nike kid, I wasn't allowed to wear any brands of shoes growing up. They were very serious about it. New Balance was just the best option for me in my career, and my parents were both retired at that point too. So she went on an interview here.
Wix gives you the power of...
I won't make you guys watch that ad. But yeah, another good interview. Go ahead and check that out. She kind of talks about, you know, like I said, having her parents be both super involved with Nike, and then, you know, when she was coming into the WNBA, it was a shoo-in that she was going to sign with Nike, and she ends up signing with New Balance, and she's kind of finally out here talking about it, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's it for news. kind of a, I don't want to say a slower week because we definitely got a lot out, but yeah, we'll switch gears to a quick shoe and tell. I got a few pairs I want to show you guys today. It's Valentine's Day, as we stated earlier, so I just grabbed a few of my favorite pink and or Valentine's Day themed shoes off the wall. Yeah, we're going to take a look at a few of them. So first up, we've got the Jordan 1 Bleached Coral, a nice pink pair, that cracked leather. This pair is cool. I will actually wear these quite a bit in the summertime. Probably some rocks in the bottom of them. First pair, great pair. Pink, suede, black, classic, the OG silhouette. Great pair. Second up, we have the Social Status Mac Attack. This is the silver linings, a collaboration with Social Status. This, you can see here, it's got a little hit of pink. All the silver on this actually cuts away. I don't know if we can see it. Cuts away to a pink underneath. I haven't cut any panels yet, but in the future, I would really like to. This pair, it's cool. It came with a few super awesome details in it. Had a pretty cool insole down in here. Shop list, just kind of lists a few cities. Shout out Detroit on there. Social Status logo. Pretty cool. And then it came with some laces that were in like a gumball kind of pack. Let's see if I can get this. Some nutrition facts in there. And these are actually just, if you look down in here, whoops, just a pair of laces. I don't want those to fall all over the place, so I don't have to clean them up. But yeah, it came with the pair they were laced with, like a gray, that pink, and then like an off-white pair. So super cool way to store the laces. You know, another layer of the story on that pair. Not a ton of pink on the physical shoe, but it's got some hidden pink details underneath there. So we decided to count this one. Next up, we have the City of Love pack, the Nike SB City of Love pack. Both of these were released for the Olympics this year. I wore the off-white pair to my wedding. Sorry, the light's kind of drowning it out. Wore these to my wedding. You probably see some wine stains on the front here, my boogie shoes. So these were cool. I've got another pair sitting back, so you know, so we could beat these up at the wedding and not care too much. They kind of have that red string of fate that's, you know, all about love. If you didn't watch my sneaker wall stories video on these, go ahead and watch that. Kind of gives a backstory on them. But both of these pairs were great. Have not worn this one yet, but definitely excited to. Awesome pair. And then last but not least, this is my personal favorite Valentine's Day pair in my collection. Not generally a big Air Force guy, but man, I get a ton of compliments every single time I wear this pair. I've worn them to weddings. I've worn them to like bridal showers. Anything kind of celebrating love, I try to bust these out. So the Love Letter Air Force Ones, these are super cool. Pink suede, lots of red accents. On the back here, I don't know if you can see that. The Nike Air, the heart, the eye on the Air is actually a heart, which is super cool. And then they have here a little, hence the name, the Love Letter. On the tongue, they've got a little tongue tag that opens up to reveal true love since 82, which is super cool. Like I said, I get a ton of compliments on this pair. Always try to bust these out, just to kind of show them off. And then the hearts, another great accessory. So super cool pair. Love Valentine's Day. Love all the shoes that come out for it. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything super crazy this year, but that's all right. Thanks for watching this week. Hopefully we will have a guest here in the next couple of weeks. We're kind of getting that figured out. We do have somebody lined up. Just need to get our timing correct. And then obviously hop on a quick stream for you guys. So really looking forward to that. Still kind of figuring out what days I want to put these out. I released the last one on Sunday. It's Friday today. I'll put this one out today. Let me know what do you guys prefer? You like Sunday? You like Friday? Should I do this on Monday? For like, what's coming up for the week? I don't know. I kind of like to say, hey, this is what's coming out for the weekend. Look forward to the next week. So yeah, let me know. Thanks again for watching. Peace.